to the Shift Drunk podcast. I am Ron. That is Noah. That is Jordan. If I got that wrong, then that's
I
Noah.
know.
And that
That's
is Jordan is below, no matter what. So
I'm always on the
Ow.
bottom. I'm always a bottom.
Jordan's a bottom.
we all knew
Bro,
this.
you just outed me, bro.
I did out you.
So, you guys were talking about topics before I got on. What all are we talking about?
Well, we can throw out a quick, fun, epic gamer moment that I don't have a GPU at the moment because of some smart financial decisions. So I don't know how long I will be without a GPU. So there will be no video on my end for hopefully just one episode. I'll see if I can get that taken care of relatively soon without spending a fortune.
Do you want to tell the audience why you don't have a GPU?
Oh, fun story. So for those that do not know, I think all of us actually have started trying to live stream together with other people just for funsies, you know. And I have a AMD card, an AMD 5700 XT, or I had. We'll get into that. So for those that are in the know, the AMD cards do not have such a great hardware encoder for streaming. They have really good video encoders if you just wanted to do normal recording. But for streaming encoders, NVIDIA has always pretty much led that charge, unless you were doing software encoding. So, considering that I don't want to deal with the setup of software encoding, what's up?
Sorry, Ron was just typing in my name wrong.
Yeah, I just am dumb.
But yeah, NVIDIA is pretty good with software encoding. I don't have too much of a problem with my 1030 with streaming. It's a little bit choppy. But
which is sad because his what is that, a 6-year-old card at this point?
I think I bought it for maybe $100 at Best Buy, maybe $150.
So it's that card that cost a fourth of what mine cost has basically comparable streaming and coding quality. Anyway, so I'm okay, I'll get rid of my AMD GPU, even though I really like it. I had a Sapphire Nitro Plus 5700 XT, a really, really cool card. Anyway,
but so you got rid of it before or after you bought the GPU then?
Well, I don't know if you can tell by my lack of video. I sold my card before I had bought another card because I was talking with someone and what I wanted to buy was either a 3060 Ti or a 3070 as my new card. And I was talking with someone who had a 3060 Ti. And we had made the arrangements, settled on a price, settled on a time, settled on a place. And he had even told me that he had people offering him a higher price, but he wanted to honor our initial deal. So he wasn't going to sell it to them, which I really respected, and it made me a lot more confident in the transaction. So I'm I'm going to go ahead and sell my card now because I'm very confident in this guy. I have the utmost faith in him and his word, which, let me just preface and say, was not a bad decision. The problem comes into the day we were going to meet. I was just double checking everything, looking at our messages, looking at the time, and I happened to notice the post, and it said that the card was a 3060 and not a 3060 Ti. I misread the post and was about to buy a card that is worse than mine because I'm an idiot. So I messaged him and I said, I'm so sorry. I completely misread your post this whole time. I thought you were selling a 3060 Ti. That's my bad. I'm super sorry. Please feel free to tell those people who are offering you more that you're happy to take that offer. And so here we are, cardless. I'm a retard. Can I say that? I'm retarded. I'm going to say it anyway.
Sad gamer music.
Sad gamer music, sad violin, Mr. Krabs, world's smallest violin. Here I am, cardless boy. And don't be dumb like me. read the post very carefully if you're going to buy from the secondhand market.
Yes,
And,
this is true.
Yeah, and don't buy from the secondhand market, first of all, right now.
No,
Unless
not at
you
all, not
also
right
have
now.
a GPU to sell. Because obviously I have a GPU to sell, so I was able to also sell mine for an inflated price. And I don't necessarily feel guilty about that, because my intention with buying my 5700 XT wasn't to resell it. It was to use it. But now that I have to get a different card, I'm fine with selling it at an inflated price, because I'm going to have to buy one at an inflated price.
Yeah.
So that's my logic with that.
You're basically like where you were if you had sold like a year ago, because since you sold when the market's high, you're still up there.
Right.
So.
I'm pretty much breaking even is what it is, as far as like cost for everything. So yeah.
Big sad. These memes are all out of date. What does that say?
Ron, that's what you get for looking at Google for sad GPU memes. You gotta go to Reddit.
You'd have to go on like Reddit or something.
Yeah.
But so hopefully Jordan will have his GPU soon. Hopefully he'll just suck some random guy off in an alleyway and get one or something. I don't know how he'll get one, but next episode hopefully. Gang.
This is true.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, that's been like the only issue with like you trying to stream, right? Like you've been having like a decent time streaming.
No, yeah, it's been fun. I've been really enjoying it, and it's definitely something I want to do more as I get my setup all worked out and everything.
And I'm definitely willing to stream with you whenever you do, because streaming is really fun, especially with multiple people streaming at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Like I think there's a way to set up a group stream, right?
Something like that.
Like if all three of us
maybe,
stream together.
I have heard of that. So that would be fun to do for sure.
That
It's
would be
just been
fun.
a good time. But yeah, so that's my current situation. So now you all know that I'm dumb, unless there was any doubt before, which there might not have been.
Big dumb.
I don't know. Big dumb.
Sad
Big
dumb,
dumb.
actually is
Sad,
more like it. You know?
sad dumb
That is a sad
gamer.
dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides the GPU issues, how have you guys been doing lately? Like this past week? Anything new and crazy happen at all?
I do not know.
Well, I know me and Ron.
Besides the GPU thing, I've been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that like me and Ron worked together for the first time in a while, because me and you haven't worked together in a bit.
No, it's been a while.
Yeah, so like we worked together last night for the first time. You were having a good old time being a gamer.
It was not a good day yesterday. Work was not good.
Yeah. Work's never good. But it was just interesting to like see Ron again in the work environment, because it's been like a month and a half, and just seeing
Ron in his natural habitat.
It's like
flipping burger and crying.
What's that one like, English guy? Oh, David Attenborough, is that his name? The guy that does like that's like David Attenborough.
He's on
like
BBC.
Yeah, like the big black.
Big black.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm so mad that we both went to the same place, so I just cut myself off
said
right
that
there.
on purpose. It's fine. I didn't say it.
Ron's like, I'm with immature gamers. I know what they'll say.
I know their trigger word. Yeah.
Trigger?
Is David Attenborough dead? If I'm not mistaken.
So.
Who's David? Who's David Atten what? Attenborough?
You know, like the what are those?
David
those like
Attenborough.
Where he's like
Burrow.
in the wild.
Look at this man.
Oh, he's old as fuck.
Oh, this dude.
He's still alive. Years active.
Hey.
Holy cow, 1951.
Why is he active? Why is it
He'll
not
go
like...
offline soon.
Why doesn't I just say... Huh.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't say like life or like...
Is that like, maybe like he wasn't born in 51, maybe he just like
no, yeah, because if he was born in 51, he'd be younger than my grandpa.
26, damn.
Dude, he's 94.
Oh, shoot.
Wait, bro, my great-grandma's 94. Shit.
Dang.
I wonder if he was...
Mrs. Attenborough, and she'll be so confused.
She'll be like, who the fuck?
So he was around when the Nazis were like dive bombing Britain.
Yeah, he was there for all of it.
The London fires and everything? Huh. Crazy.
So David Attenborough, what if
he kind of looks like an older version. Is that an OnlyFans? All I can see is $1 a week. Hold on.
Attenborough
Where did he
OnlyFans.
go? There he is.
I need his nature pics, bro.
Who's that one guy from the car show? Do you know who I'm talking about? It's like Top something.
Top
Top
Gear.
Gear, maybe. Doesn't he kind of look
Richard
like an older
Hammond.
version of him?
Just like the car version of David.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Though?
Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah. This guy?
Yeah, kind of.
Let's see.
I don't know why.
Well,
I
we
don't
gotta
know.
zoom into the face.
Yeah. Zoom and get like the eyeball shot.
I'm gonna get the same shot that I got for the other guy. And then we're just gonna wait.
I don't know. There's something about the face that looks a little simple.
Stop.
Okay, I guess when you put them side by side like that, it's not that similar.
Stop. It's like an evolving Pokemon in a fucking.
He's evolving. Press B to stop. Press B to stop.
To anyone listening, I'm flipping between Jeremy Clarkson's face, like way zoomed in, and David Attenborough.
Oh, that's kind of like nightmare fuel right there.
Oh my gosh, that is terrifying.
Look at this man. Honestly, he's the creepy one. It's not really.
It's something about his nose, because like his nose is like bigger in the middle, which is not usually the case for most people. You see what I'm? It looks like he has two sets of nostrils.
Are you saying like
wide,
here?
He looks like his two
Bro,
noses.
look at where the crease meets the bridge of his nose. It looks like he has two sets of nostrils.
Yeah. What the fuck? Can we
What
stop?
about?
Analyze. Wait.
Sure. All right. We'll just pedal it back a little bit.
I was gonna say we gotta like not be looking at these guys' faces anymore.
That was a lot of fun though, as stupid as it was.
Oh, that's gonna give me nightmares for the rest of the month.
You're just gonna see his double nostril face floating above you. Your paralysis, Steve.
House.
Oh, did Noah freeze?
Maybe for me, because I saw it too.
Oh, hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad.
He's back. He's back. Hello,
Are we
Mom?
human or are we gamers?
I'm an alien, actually. I'm from the planet Zephron.
I'm from the planet Zorg.
You said Zekrom, like the Pokemon?
No, like necrophilia, like Necron.
No, look up Zekrom, bro.
The green one. Is that the green one?
Yeah, he's like a big black. That's what's the white equivalent of it? It's like Reshiram or something.
Oh, the black and white ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one that's from X and Y? That's like the Z Pokemon.
Oh, bro, I don't know.
Did you stop playing after those games? I think I stopped playing after.
Y was my last game.
Pearl was my last game, and then I bought Moon when that came out with the 2DS, like 2018, I think.
That came out with the 2DS? Oh, 2DS. I don't know why. Every time I hear 2DS, I think of regular DS, which I'm like, that came out years ago.
Yeah, that makes sense to me too. Like, it makes sense that that's like the 2DS, but like, it's whatever. I don't know. Fucking Nintendo.
No, yeah, I actually had the Pokemon cards. I didn't really play the games too much.
I had the cards, but I didn't know how to play that well. So I was more of like the game. Well, actually, my first ever video game on my Game Boy was it was the Pokemon, the trading card game, the game.
Well, you just like collect cards. Is it like a slot machine? You just
what happens is like you go. There's still gym fights. Like you go to these gyms, you battle people with these fucking cards, and you collect more packs to make decks and shit. It came out before the original Pokemon game.
Okay, but can I just say, you know how it would be so cool? It would be so cool if they created like almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh style thing where you take like actual real life Pokemon cards and you like slot them into like a small machine or like a small tabletop machine, and like you can battle other people's like literal Pokemon cards.
Like
that would be so cool.
Star Wars.
I mean, like, honestly, the way to do that is just to put something on the cards that makes them like AR cards, augmented,
Or like
and
a
then just use your
have-
phone.
NFC chip.
They do have games like that, but that I see what Jordan's saying, where like you like slot the cards into like a machine, and it becomes like an essentially like, an arcade machine, right? But like it's like a flat table with like holograms and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool as hell.
That'd be really cool.
Or like, oh no, that would be cool too. You know how most phones have like an NFC chip reader now? You
A
could
what?
do that, an NFC chip. So like
What's
for
that?
Apple Pay or Samsung
See,
Pay.
I remember
Oh,
this from
yeah.
the 3DS. This is what I was talking about, but that could work too. Bro,
Yeah,
there's
that'd be
Kirby.
Oh
like-
yeah,
Bro,
bro,
Kirby.
Kirby's my dad.
It was
Yeah,
pretty
we
cool for
know.
the time because these are the cards. I think I sold mine. I'm sad.
When did that come out? Like what, 2013 or 14, or was that 15 or 16?
I don't know,
Well,
something
they're
around
only
then.
$6. Oh, they're out of stock. Never mind. I was like, bro, Ron, you can buy those. You got $6, bro.
I don't got a 3DS though. I'm sad. It was really
Imagine
cool.
being
Yeah, like
like-
this was one of the games too, and you could like move the 3DS around. So imagine this with Pokemon. So like you put your card down, and then the
Except
other person
like with
puts their
modern
card down.
smartphone cameras.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would be
yeah.
cool.
Imagine it with Smash Bros.
Or with
How would that
Oculus.
work? Oh, Oculus.
Ooh, actually, like
Well,
fist
like-
fighting some Pokemon.
Have you guys heard that Apple's working on their AR glasses or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, are they still doing
That
that?
would be super cool.
I know that Google
Yeah.
Glass was a thing, but like that always kind of
Oh,
scared
that-
me.
Well, that like, yeah,
Move his
that
man's
like never
mustache.
worked. Was that the?
Oh,
Is that the
wow.
HoloLens?
Yeah, so they came out with a new demo for the HoloLens. And honestly, if they can just get the HoloLens to launch before Apple's and actually have it be consumer friendly, there could be some real competition in the very beginning of AR for the consumer because there's obviously already VR like competition. And It's
Right.
got it's
Well,
quality,
I think
but I want AR.
Apple's. Yeah. I
So
think
are you
Apple's
thinking is-
strategy though is to release the virtual reality first, just to get an idea of the market and to kind of work on some things and learn from that, and then
I
they're
mean-
doing the smaller AR glasses, is what I've heard.
So are these? Oh my god. Are these glasses gonna get similar to how like you guys know in like Iron Man how like Tony Stark has these like the holograms, but he like only
Like
sees
these
them in
boys.
red glasses. Yeah, like that. Is it gonna be like that?
Yeah.
'Cause that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That'd
here,
be
let's. Well, it's YouTube search. How does one go to?
How does
there it
how
is.
does one YouTube search?
YouTube
But
search.
isn't the It seems like Microsoft is really focused solely on enterprise with the
Yeah, they are.
HoloLens. Which makes sense. They're expensive. What are they, like $3,000? I think maybe
They're a
more
lot,
than
Oh,
that
yeah.
actually.
Is it more for like corporations right now and not for
Yeah.
consumer? Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Where I'm
That'd be
sure
good for, like,
Apple would be,
doctors
I'm
and
sure
stuff, though.
Apple would have professional uses for them, but like I think they'd probably want to bring it to, because that's kind of Apple's shtick, is they take something and they like make it like really fine tuned and like consumer ready is generally their whole business model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're also really good at taking 3D touch, which was my favorite feature from iPhone, and completely gutting it and making me want to die. It's my favorite thing that they do.
Wait, the 3D touch was your favorite feature?
I loved 3D touch, bro.
What the-
Don't
I
even
hated
at
3D
me.
touch. I couldn't.
You hated 3D
I hated
touch?
3D
What?
touch. I hated like the
What
fact
is-
that if I pressed down. Okay, so I
Sad.
think the reason why I hated it was I had a cracked phone, so I had to kind of press down hard.
Okay, well not not everyone has a phone that's like been smashed on the ground 4 times.
Yeah.
I kept dropping that bitch. You saw how bad it was before you like.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Wait, hold on. That Minecraft thing though, that was really sick. Actually, are they playing Minecraft right now?
I think
It's
they're
a-
observing Minecraft.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that a world editor?
It might
That might be a world editor. Okay,
It's pretty cool though.
that is pretty cool because that's a complete hologram. Holy shit! Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa! Like even with like 3D visuals in the hologram
This is
itself.
2015 too.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been working
Yeah,
on it
this
for a
is-
while.
So is this like? Is there a lens on the camera that lets you view this, or is like
Yeah,
this like
yeah.
a camera put up to the HoloLens?
Well, you're seeing
so
with the
there's-
guy's face because there's a guy in the background over here
yeah,
he's
yeah, I saw him.
doing all of it. Yeah. Or maybe,
Yeah, so it has like a screen on the actual lens that you look through that can project images and such. And then it
That's
uses
pretty cool,
cameras and depth sensors and all that
Yeah.
fun stuff. That's why it was that's actually one of the bigger reasons why you had
Yeah, look at
so
that
much
setup.
push into
Oh, okay, I see. That's
crazy.
That's a crazy
So
looking
crazy.
camera,
Yeah.
look, right?
Well, and then once there's competition and it gets to the consumers, this can kind of hopefully eventually one day be the end goal.
Imagine
Uh,
like playing Minecraft with a whole bunch of friends on a table like that, like tabletop Minecraft. That'd be
That'd
so
be pretty
cool.
cool.
That would be really cool. Yeah.
It's like, all right, guys, it's time to
Microsoft and
play some
Niantic
D&D.
demo HoloLens version of Pokemon Go.
Whoa,
Oh,
that'd
This
be
is
really.
what we were talking
Oh.
about.
That'd be really
Oh.
cool.
Sign me up. Imagine having
Where is it?
Pokemon battles with somebody in a park, dude. That'd be so cool.
Just like staring at them with goggles, just massive goggles.
I want to be the very best. You just run around with like 30 pounds of headgear on.
That'd
Yeah.
be good.
Oh God.
Whoa, what the fuck? I don't like that.
That kind of looks like the
It looks like a me.
well, that too, but also
Dude,
the
that's cool.
Facebook whatever.
Oh yeah, the Facebook avatars.
Yeah.
That's really
I don't know
cool,
why I
though.
forgot what the word avatar was. I was like, what's
Avatar:
that
The Last
word?
Airbender.
Dude, it's 60 frames.
Bro,
They're kind of stuck though.
Glaceon, bro.
They're like not moving. You look so
You ever
dorky with
imagine-
these things.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, it's also cool as shit.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Like,
like
yeah,
seeing the smartphone and you're like, bro, that thing's, I don't know, the iPhone, it's kind of chunky, the first one, but it's still the best thing out there, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Because the first
Bro.
one looked like a pebble. It was so thick. So,
Imagine being an IRL live streamer that plays
with
this
this.
game. With
Yeah.
this, you just travel around the world playing fucking Pokemon with these
Dude,
goggles.
And they
That'd be
follows.
crazy.
Oh my god,
That's
so
That's
fucking
sweet.
cool.
Oh my gosh. Like, I think we would, if we seen someone wearing those in public, like, we would all laugh at them, right? Like, we
But
would
they
laugh
would
at them.
be having the
They
time of
look
their lives.
dorky, but they do have
But
a
then
good
we'd
time.
also be like,
We'd have a good time wearing it too.
I want Pokemon. I want Pikachu, bro.
Right.
Bro.
That
My
is
favorite
really cool.
Pokemon's actually Yanma, the dragonfly dude. Which is
Could very
such
well
a
be a
weird one.
virtual reality experience with Nintendo branching out from its usual Pokemon game formula to the latest announcement, having a room full of animated 3D Pokemon into every kids and adults. Yes, dream.
Yes.
Niantic
Yeah.
has already conquered the AR market with Pokemon Go. No shit, they're like the biggest in the AR market. So if anyone could do it, it would be them. Unfortunately, this technology is only in development, so fans will have to wait a while longer to play on their childhood dreams of being a true Pokemon trainer.
Well, when did this come out? When did this article come out?
This is like 2 days ago.
Oh,
There
is
you
it?
go.
Well, also, I don't trust Screen Rant though, because they have a lot of like
Oh, well,
bad
here's the same
articles.
by The Verge.
Oh, is it?
I don't trust
Yeah.
The Verge, though, because they made a
Okay.
PC.
Well, it's everywhere.
I don't. I
See,
mean, like
Hello, and
Screen
welcome
Rant
to The
always has like
Verge, and today
articles.
we'll be making a gaming PC. If you guys
What you
haven't
were
watched
talking
that
about,
video, just look up the Verge PC Build. It's really hilarious.
Yeah.
I think you were talking about this a couple episodes ago, actually.
Was I also talking about the? I mean, I don't know.
I think it was the same one you were talking about, the Linus Tech Tips.
I'll give you my Linus Tech tip.
probably.
Ooh, I want your tech tip in my PC real quick.
And my
I'll-
PP.
You're,
Yeah, $3,000. That's kind of in line with what I was saying.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like some people like. I mean, when VR first came out, though, how much was the HTC Vive? Wasn't it like $1,200 or something?
Well,
Yeah, this isn't similar, but like it was probably pretty
that
expensive.
much?
I think like some of the initial like rigs were pretty expensive. So like it kind
Do
of.
you guys remember when
because, like,
Do you guys remember when the HTC Vive was like the headset to beat? Like
Yes.
everyone was like, "Oh, if you don't have, top tier, HTC," and now
I
it's like,
remember I used to go to the Microsoft store at this mall that's like near us, and
Mhm.
you could like play VR there when
the
the
data
VR.
glove.
Oh, what the fuck! But it wasn't as mainstream as like how like it is now. So I would just
Yeah.
like go to that store to play it every like weekend or so, and
Dude,
like
NASA was doing VR.
damn, wait,
First
this is
VR
like
in
90s.
space. Yeah, VR's been around for a while. It just hasn't actually got to hit its stride in the consumer market until.
oh no, yeah,
recently.
because I remember going to this one arcade and
Wow, they don't even
it was
have.
like a shooter.
They don't have current. Facebook buys Oculus.
That's a big deal, though.
Yeah, that is a big deal.
Oculus. Ah!
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
before all the recent stuff that most people are aware of.
Mm.
While Google,
I remember
Microsoft,
watching
Sony,
like
HTC, and Samsung joined
what
the
was
VR.
it? I remember seeing like elders react to Oculus Quest, and that was like one of my first like sightings of
Oh
Oculus
my.
and like VR and such.
Do you guys
Well, no,
remember?
well before that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
No, I was just saying before that because Noah was like, "Well, how long has VR been around?" So like when I was really young, there was like a shooter, and like you would pull down this headset and you would push your face into it, and like you could like shoot a machine gun, and it was like at people storming a beach, and it was really cool. At least at the time, the graphics were probably like terrible. If I like go back.
So it's not like as immersive as it is now. It's just like they've been like it's been
at the
there,
time.
and we just
at the time, it felt really immersive. Like I felt like I was like actually there. But if I'm sure if I compared it to technology now,
do you guys remember watching like PewDiePie and other like big people like opening the first Oculus?
Oh yeah.
That was.
I just remember thinking like I never thought I would have one. Is what I remember thinking. Is like, oh, that's so cool to see. I won't have one of those, you know?
Oh, yeah. When, as a kid, I never would have expected to have a personal headset that I could, like, just essentially, like, exercise in. You can, like, talk to friends. You can, like, see, like, a physical, like, presence of them instead of just a voice while, like, on Discord type thing.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never expected, like, me as a kid who had, like, a Game Boy Color to be playing like with this kind of shit now. Like this is like I don't know. Like seeing like the technology like from us as a young age to now is just really baffling because like obviously really technology has always like been going up, but like I don't know. We've been having like it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Well, like also we think about it now, we're still kind of in that mindset of like something that came out so long ago, like, and I think we've talked about this before, but like Sword Art Online. And like full dive technology, like even now we're like, oh, you know, that won't happen till like way in the future. But like when you think about us being like 8 years old to how far technology has come in like 12, 15 years, that's crazy.
Yeah, Nerf gear doesn't even seem that far away essentially either. Like
yeah,
compared to when we were like young, thinking like we're never gonna be like able to be fully immersed into something like that. Like I couldn't even like comprehend that as a kid anyway. But like now it's like I don't even know if I'd want to do that.
Yeah, I mean I'd definitely try it if it came out for sure.
I'd give it a try, but I don't think I'd use it as often as like I'd use like this personal PC. Like I don't know if I'd want to be like in a whole new reality. That's
if
like
it was
essentially
discreet enough, you know, like if it was like some cyberpunk kind of glasses that they had a normal like aviator frame, I don't know, something pretty big, but then instead of being open, like the way glasses are where it's just a panel, of course, it's in the cyberpunk sense it goes like back, so it's still dark, so it's augmented and you're not really missing out on a whole lot. Or maybe those are like little screens on the inside that give you peripheral vision. I don't know.
I guess what I'm talking about is
convenient, like, then I would wear it a lot. But if it's
I'm
like nerve sensing and it's intrusive, I wouldn't do it.
I'm not thinking like what you're thinking. That's more along the lines of like the Google Glass thing. Yeah, it's like more AR.
Like
But
I'm talking more like Nerf gear, like you're having like wires in the head. You're having like goggles on. You're having like a full body Nerf suit on, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like where we're progressing.
Well, full body suit kind of gets into like Ready Player One territory. I'm talking like where you're simulating reality by directly influencing the brain or like nerve endings and.
I wouldn't do that.
They have talked of that like being a thing though, and I don't think I would personally do that either. That seems like a little bit too much invasive to my body. Like how Ron's saying, like I don't know. That feels like if you were in that all the time, that literally feels like you'd be taking like acid every day because you're in a new realm, you're in a new reality. Like this is not your reality, and it'd be odd, it'd be off-putting.
Yeah, I think it depends. It depends on how, because like I really like VR, but part of the reason it's like, especially recently, it's hard to just put it on and play for long stretches of time, is because the setup that's required and like the perceived ease of use. It's like in reality, it's not hard to clear off a little space and they're on the headset, but it's so much easier to just sit down at your PC, boot it up, and play a game, you know? So
and
I think
maybe later on in life, it's so much easier to just boot up your headset and throw it on. Like,
right. No, so I think it kind of, yeah, exactly. So I think it comes down to how the ease of setup is and how difficult it is, at least perceived wise, to get into it. So like if it was something I just had next to my bed and it was like SAO style where you just kind of lay down and throw it on your head like a helmet, and
that's easy.
it wasn't
very
uncomfortable.
easy.
Right, that's very easy. There's no setup. You just literally lay down and throw it on. So I guess it depends on how far they can take that technology, and like if you would need a surgery, if they can do it without a surgery. I'm not sure.
I think Elon Musk was saying that it is going to be, as of right now, a surgery, because they do have to intertwine, like they have to make a small 1-inch incision in your brain for every nerve gear piece they want to add. And it's just like one little, like 1-inch, I think it's 1 inch like long. I can't remember what he said specifically, but like if you wanted to, you could do more, and it just like it would essentially like panel up your entire like brain area, and like it would just like wire in your entire cranium.
Cranium.
Your cranium. So I think like surgery would be required as of now, but maybe like later on down the line, it would be like just like putting on a headset.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think as a species, we're gonna end up being cyborgs. We're already kind of in that line anyway. Like, okay, hear me out. We're already kind of cyborg. So we have a symbiotic relationship. We have a mutual relationship with our computer and our phone is always on us at all times. Like we're like essentially attached to this at the hip. There's a lot of issues with people, like if they can't find their phone, they have panic attacks and anxiety over it. And like it's literally like it's attached to you, that like it has all of your personal information on it. It's essentially like another part of your brain, because it's like extra memory, like it's an external hard drive for your mind. Is how I see it.
That's a very good point. And see, I'm in a weird situation where like I trust my phone with a lot.
Too much,
but,
right?
But I don't, not necessarily, not even too much, but like I trust my phone with a lot, like with images, with passwords, with other stuff. Anything I want to remember, I take down notes. It has my calendar.
That's what I mean. That's kind of how I classify too much, just because like that's all of your information that like back then people memorized that stuff.
Well, right, but I think it also gets into like, well, like, do we rely too much on technology when you look at something as simple as like a tractor, right? Like before, people would plow that with a horse and a tool, and then before that, people would do it all with a stick and a rock, and so it's like
the natural.
It's hard to say, right? So I think it's hard to say when is too much. I think if you're like addicted to it, like, so that's what I was getting into. So like for too much would be like where you're having a panic attack. So I definitely recognize the tech as a tool that can enhance my life, but it's not something that is my life, in the sense that I need it. So like I all the time will just throw my phone on my desk or on the charger on the bed, and like I'll go out of the house and do something. Right. And like some people, like they can't imagine going somewhere without their phone. Right. And like that's kind of where I'm at, where like it doesn't have to be on me. And that's how I think I try to gauge it, is like if I need this on my person, I'm too reliant on it, even if it's not necessarily helping me, if that makes any sense.
You know, in that aspect, it's only really going to get worse because of, if we are going towards augmented VR, and technology just keeps advancing more and more, it's like it's just going to be a part of people's daily lives. And if they're using it so often and they just go ahead and disconnect, it'll be weird for them.
Yeah. Some people can't disconnect. Like a lot of people are like constantly on their phones on social media, which is like kind of like gripping me a little bit too. Like sometimes I'll be like on Facebook just scrolling for no reason. And like Facebook is like useless. And same with like Reddit as well. Like I kind of just want to like delete those, because like that's like a thing is like when I'm bored somewhere and I'll just pull up my phone and start scrolling Reddit. And like I don't want to have that attachment to like I'll be at work scrolling Reddit, and it's like, why can't I just be talking to people? Like you lose like your connection with people, and you lose your connection with like yourself and with like nature when you're like on your phone just constantly. Like it's really weird.
It
Well,
was
like,
nice, dude. Yesterday I sat out on the balcony, smoked a cigar, and had a beer because work was so goddamn stressful. But I just kind of sat out there, and it was nice because the weather's getting nice again. So I want to be
It is
outside
getting
more.
nice.
What
I
were you
oh
did
gonna
my
say,
get
Jordan?
gosh, Ron. Well, first let me say just what you said just now. Sometimes you sound so much like my dad that it scares me. Like you are a very old soul, and I don't mean that in any offense. It's just kind of funny. But oh, what we were talking, social media and just like being connected and disconnected. I can't stand social media. First of all, like it just annoys me, and like I think you're kind of getting into that. Like we constantly need to be feeding our brain something. I think we've talked about this a little in past episodes, but like constantly needing to be feeding your brain. And I was going to the store with my mom actually, and my younger sister wanted to come, and so we're all just chilling in the car, and my younger sister's like, "Oh, mom, I'm bored. You know, I'm bored. I'm bored. Let me play on your phone. Blah blah blah. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored." And my mom said something that like really kind of made me think. She's like, "You know, it's actually good to be bored. Like, I'm not going to give you my phone, and you can just sit there and just like look
Think.
outside or just like it's good to be bored because." That's when humans are kind of at their best when they have to be creative. You know, like if you're bored, it's because you're not preoccupying your mind with something that's not productive.
Right.
Or sorry,
very true.
I think I said that weird. It's when you're not preoccupied. Yeah, no, when you're not preoccupied with stuff that isn't important. Um, so no, yeah, it's just something she said that like just really made me think that I'm like, huh, how often do we let ourselves be bored? You know,
Not a whole lot.
like how often, right? How often do we let ourselves be like, I have nothing to do before we just whip out our phone or do something like that.
Can't
But
So
do
that's
no,
any
like
yeah, it's just
podcast
yeah,
or
interesting.
recording. My phone.
but
Ooh.
like it's like that's like our first like it's like an instinct at this point. Like we just like go directly to our phones as a species now.
I blame
Like
Oh
school for
yeah.
that, to be honest, because you can't, in between whatever you're doing, really do anything other than just like draw, text a
Sit
friend.
quietly.
Yeah, you just do nothing.
I
So
mean, that's when like I was at my best though was in school is because I'd be reading a lot. Like those in between sections before I had a phone, I just pull up my book with my bookmark in it and just pick up right exactly where I left off. Which is
I would
like
do the same. I would read a
I
lot.
loved doing that actually. And I kind of want to
yeah, I
get
guess
back
I'm
to doing
talking
that.
about my latter half of like high school where I
Yeah,
just
yeah. I mean,
did not
like, I
care.
was the same way.
Yeah.
The same way as well. I used to play Minecraft in my biology class.
Uh,
Can
no,
I hit
yeah,
your mod, Robert?
I do think some of it is school though. Because like as you kind of got further along, I feel like, and maybe this was just my perception, but it felt like it was hard to like just pick up a book because like one, you would either be asked like if all your work was done. Like that
Mhm.
was something that came up a lot as like, oh, did you do all your work? Did you do the homework? And that's something that always became annoying is like it was always like, oh, did you finish your homework? And it's like, well,
Right.
no, but I'm going to do that at home. It was like, oh, well, if you have time to do blah, 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 you could be doing your homework. And like, I got a lot more of that as time went on. So I just kind of pretended to still be working while I just sat there. And
Yeah.
because reading, it's hard to read incognito, you know, because you have to whip
Yeah.
out a book um, and do that. I mean, I guess you could read on your phone. I just don't, I'm not as a big a fan of reading on my phone. I feel like it's harder to really get into a book when you're reading on your phone.
I
It's
used to
kind of
for a
like
while, but almost need like a tablet that is just too slow to do anything other than read.
I got
Yeah.
I got this for Christmas actually. Hold on. Where is it? I got Nook for Christmas. I don't know if this is good at all, but I wanted to start like reading on it more.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think that'd be kind of cool. Like I don't know, it wouldn't like distract me from like getting on my phone and like just scrolling Reddit instead of reading. So I'd, like
Yeah.
actually just like a one function, one use piece of technology.
Yeah.
But like also at the
And
same
that's why.
time,
Oh, sorry.
I had to rebuy all of my books. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's why the old Kindles were really cool. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like that soft, like it wasn't like a harsh LED when you're trying to read. It was
It
like a soft
was
light.
using magnets and like shit like that.
Yeah,
I forget
like
what
it
it's
was
called.
crazy.
I know what you're talking about. I had one of those as a kid too, because I used to read
I
like
do kind
when
of
my
I do
parents
kind
wanted
of
to go to
want
sleep.
one, just because I feel like it would have the convenience of having all your books on one piece of hardware, and having just a vast library you could access, but
Yeah.
not like the annoyance of trying to read on like an LED, like a bright, harsh LED or even OLED screen. It just, I don't know. There's something about it that's more. It's more satisfying. It gets you into that better state of mind because like the harsh light of like a phone,
Yeah.
it affects my brain at least in a way that's like I can't focus as well when I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
Isn't
I'm
it
more easily
proven that like you
distracted.
can't sleep if you use your phone like an hour before you try to or whatever?
Yeah, I think what they were saying is if you want to like get to sleep on at the time you want to, you should be off your phone for an hour, and then go to bed at the time you want to.
I used to
Makes
try that,
sense.
but I've always like struggled with sleeping anyway. So like, there's probably a lot more factors in that. But like, even if I did put my phone down for like an hour before bed, or like if I had like no technology, I still like couldn't sleep. I always thought that was like a myth.
It's good to have a wind down, what do you call it, routine. Like for me that used to be reading, but now recently I've been getting into like, I think we've talked about this before too, but like podcasts and longer videos of just commentary and such.
Right.
I'll put that on my desk next to me and turn it down and just kind of do it that way.
Yeah.
Is what I've been doing a lot more recently. So no, yeah, definitely a wind down
Yeah.
routine.
I've always heard like a wind down is good, but like, it's kind of hard when my wind down is Reddit or
Yeah.
like Facebook.
No,
or
yeah,
something,
your wind down routine shouldn't be on the phone.
Makes sense.
Is basically the idea.
All right, so I am going to add Jordan as his Twitch stream.
Oh no! Oh
so
no!
that he has a face.
Oh God!
No, please.
What is going to happen?
Oh no!
I was thinking about it, right, and it's like, well,
I mean,
could work. There we go.
Just add his
No, because look at how bad the video is.
Bad run. It's worth a try, but oh no.
No, do not worry, Jordan. You will look cute.
I like when Jordan.
Do you remember I was adjusting the camera and I blew it up so that the whole screen was just my face?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's kind of scary.
I think it would be funny as like a joke stream to just like have a small corner of the screen
like
be the gameplay. Wait, don't some streamers actually do that?
Yes.
Like the
like just chatting
streamers
term, usually.
but like
Yeah.
Oh, like Twitch thoughts. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Where they have like pre-recorded gameplay as a tiny corner, tiny sliver.
And they're like, oh man, this game is so nice.
This game is so hard. It's Angry Birds. Not me. I'm a real streamer with a bad setup and terrible lighting.
God. That's what we all strive for.
That's funny though.
We all strive for the scuffed streaming setup. We have.
Bro, are you just trying to?
Oh God. Oh, that's
Bro, it's premium.
Good. Oh, that's good. Premium. That actually works.
No, it doesn't.
That works pretty good, actually. All right, for the audio listeners right now, we're using a clip of Jordan's live stream as his face cam right now because he doesn't have a face cam.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just Kirby. Like, just pause it there. It's just Kirby, bro.
If he pauses it, though, it's going to have that bar right between his face.
Nah, that's perfect.
Away? Does it not
no,
fade
not
away?
if it's paused. Not if it's paused, though.
No. Oh, never mind. I thought it did for a second.
Well, anyway.
I look so... I don't know why. This is so weird. It's so weird watching myself. while I'm recording.
I just had to because I've been thinking about it. It's like we gotta do something.
Gotta have Jordan's face.
Bro, I look good, bro.
You just gotta pretend that you're talking, as that, you know.
Uh,
Wait, if
hey,
this
since
doesn't
we
work,
have
we could use.
since we're I kind of want to segue into this. I think it'll kind of fit the current thing. So as I've been streaming, I've noticed I wanted better lighting. And I have some Elgato stuff already. Like I have the collapsible Elgato green screen, and so I'm like, oh, the green screen for how convenient it is and how well it works. Like it was around like 100, I think it was 180, $190. I'm like, for how well it works and for how
that much for green screen?
yeah, I did, but like for the convenience and how well it works, I'm like,
Oh wait, is it the
I'm
Elgato
fine
one?
with that. Yeah, the collapsible
Oh,
one.
okay. No, I get that then.
I went to Walmart
Yeah,
and bought a $14 piece of green fabric.
Well, yeah, but like, there's a lot more in the thing that I
Yeah,
bought.
the collapsible would actually be really nice because I just have poles.
So
Not a stripper.
what it has in it is it has all these like what do you call them, hydraulics and everything, and
Yeah.
like it has a frame in it, so like it literally
Yeah.
collapses down to nothing. I can slide it under my bed. So that's what I wanted to get into, is like for everything that was packed in it and how convenient it is and how well it works. I'm like, I'm fine with that price. But I'm like, okay, so I'll look at what Elgato has for lights, just because I think their stuff is pretty good quality. So I look at their lights, Noah. Their lights, their ring light. $200. $200 for a ring light. More than I paid for the green screen with all the crazy like engineering and tech stuff packed in the
Yeah.
green screen. So
That's
like
ridiculous.
I'm like, bro,
For just a ring light.
it's like, yeah, $200. You can look it up. Ron, you should pull it up, man. Elgato ring light or whatever, straight on their website. It was crazy.
I think a ring light would be good, but like not that ring light.
No, not that good. Not when it's just some freaking LEDs.
Jesus.
I was like,
$200 for a fucking circular LED. Fuck
yeah,
that.
not even. Yeah, so Ron's pulling it up. Yeah, that light right there. I can't see the price.
The only reason I was thinking that'd be good is because you can it has like a tripod. You can put a camera in between the light, but like not for $200. Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Not for, I couldn't do it for
That
$200.
scared me.
Ron's like, oh no, colored people. Oh,
See, like, okay, so you have. Well, that's why it's so expensive. Is it's Elgato, so it's a big brand, and then they have phone and then computer and Siri. See, I want the Stream Deck.
Oh, the Stream
That is
Deck is
nice.
a pretty cool thing. I've been thinking about getting one of those.
I mean, maybe if I had like unlimited funds.
Ring light by itself, $200.
Yep.
Where's my scroll? Why can't I scroll left and right? Do I gotta do this?
Oh,
Possibly.
you don't. Oh my God, she's back.
It's just kind of unexpected.
It's weird how the circles in the eyes from the light, it makes it look a little.
Yeah, I've never liked ring lights because of that. I mean, it's fairly big, but like, yeah.
I mean,
I
just
was
the
only
you have
thinking-
it super close
it's like
to
a
your face.
Oh, it's like a space
Probably.
saver though, just because you can put the camera in the ring light.
Yeah, so
like,
that's the green screen I have though, that I really like. Or wait, that one looks. Is that the bigger one maybe?
that looks bigger. Yeah, that looks pretty big.
Bro, there's
That one
just
looks
nothing.
like it goes into like. Oh, that's pretty cool.
No, yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm like, I know it's a bit expensive for like a piece of fabric, but like, for the way it functions and everything, I'm like, that's not bad.
Wow,
Yeah,
some
actually, that's not
streamers be
too
like,
bad. Look,
I don't think I bought it directly from them either, because I didn't want to. I think it was more expensive on their site. So like, the only reason I paid as much as I did is I paid for like 1 day shipping. So that's where like a lot of that cost came from.
yeah,
Not all the cost, obviously, but like
shop
a hefty
now.
chunk.
Oh, okay, 150 or 160. Brother, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, look at the key. Like, I'm not paying $200 for a light.
Why is it the most expensive thing?
I
like,
don't know, bro.
All of my lighting together, which I've had for a long time now, is like probably not even 200.
the lighting I used to use for my live streams was a old desk lamp that I taped to my ceiling, and
I
it
could
dangled
probably
down.
show the setup too.
It was
That
$12.
sounds dangerous, though. No, what if that fell on top of your head or something and you just died?
No,
At
it
least
was.
the people
It was
on your
like,
stream could
it was-
call 911 before a fire started. Or knowing Twitch chat, they'd be like F, 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 and they wouldn't even do anything.
they would. They just be like
got
after chat.
Umbrella
Whoa, we got
light,
umbrella, bro.
Oh, that's kind of cute, bro.
green screen, of course. You're looking at yourself now. Main
Oh,
monitor.
sweet.
I use
Other
tripod
umbrella
and
light?
another light. Also, the light's on here. And then we got a second umbrella light. Look at that boy.
Bro, that's kind of cute, though.
Lighting.
And
We got a lot of lighting.
microphone and everything. So we're gaming.
Bro, that do be looking kind of fresh, though.
That does look like a fresh setup, bro. You guys want to see my setup?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I'm wearing a bathroom, by the way.
You guys want to see my
Just
setup?
don't.
I got an M4A1S silenced pistol. I have the bomb too.
You're at 20
I can't
health,
hear
bro.
you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to a house tour. That's my bong. That's my trophy that my dad got me for Christmas. My first year I moved out. This is congrats on adulting. Oh, that's what the
I've always and I don't mean this in any offense to you personally, and I don't think this is like anyway. So you know I'm not trying to like roast you, but I've never liked the term. Oh, I hate having to adult, because I feel like the only people who say I hate adulting are like
not adult.
17-year-old girls in high school that like had to go get gas or something, and like they're like, oh, I hate adulting. It's like
I've
shut
always
up, you got gas.
unironically used the term adulting because I don't adult. I am still a kid. So like, I don't know.
I mean, I
actually
think
forgot
as
that
long as
Jordan
it's in a
played.
way that's like, I don't know. There's just something about the way some people use it that makes me want to tear my hair out.
Yeah, some people are just like, oh my god, I have to adult today. I have to go get gas, and I have to go go
I
get
have
some
to let my dog out
Starbucks.
to pee, and I don't want him to pee. It's much
Now,
work
if you were like,
doing my
I had to go
nails.
pay my taxes and file for unemployment because my mom died, I'd be like, and you're like, oh, it's so hard. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, you're such an idiot, bro. Your mom died? Sounds like a personal problem. Get wrecked, scrub. LOLXD. But like, the way some
Fucking A.
people do it just makes me want to die.
Yeah. Bro, you're planting.
Bro, am I
Bro.
planning, bro?
Yeah.
Jordan, bro, I can't believe you're playing CS during the podcast.
Bro, I'm so good at focusing that I can like clutch games and play CS
Yeah.
at the same time.
And your
Oh, you
voice moved
killed the
playing
bot.
other things too. That's so crazy. While you're talking to us, like,
Insane.
Yeah, bro, and like, yeah, I'm using telepathy. Like, my lips don't even have to move. It's pretty
Yeah.
nutty.
bro, that's pretty.
Honestly,
nice.
watching.
You love how the silenced pistol is called 2-inch Punisher?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm not on it right now, but if you went back a little bit, you could. I go over it for a second. I think
The 2-inch Punisher.
the 2-inch Punisher. I was like, oh, I'm so clever for doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
did-
I
is
was,
that
I was
your
really proud of myself.
you name
and then I
that gun?
remember, I named that gun. I remember he was so mad at me. He was like, "You spent $3 to name a default skin gun," and I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
yeah."
Fuck it, bro.
And he's like, "Bro,
Me.
that's so dumb." And I was like, "Okay, maybe, but it's funny."
What am I hearing?
I think my favorite name for a gun I've ever seen is either Sandy Hook, which is just, or
Oh no!
there was one. It's like the weed skin and an AK, and it was lit for 20. The name of it was lit
Oh,
for
this is
20.
where you were popping off. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, clutch it, Jordan.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Wait, no. You mean
Jordan,
this is
look
when
at
I am popping off, bro? Because
Yeah.
like, I'm
You look
playing right now. bro.
concentrated too.
Oh.
Oh.
You died.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I really want to, dude. I'm so mad because I really want to stream golf with friends because I think that would be so freaking funny. You have no
Yeah,
idea.
Actually, I'd love to play that. Actually, I kind of wanted to.
It's
I know.
such a dumb game that has so much cheese in it that like it would just be so fun.
I think we'd have a good time playing that together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get like 4 or 5 boys up in there.
Make sure they were all
But,
bad at golf so we could flex on them.
Wait, the
Bro,
goal
just
of
get
golf
just
is to
get Kirby, just get
points, right?
Kirby in the frame. Just get Kirby hat in frame. Look at
Wait,
him
put
move
that-
around.
Put the hat on the hat, or on the cup. I mean, put the hat on the cup, like
The
where it's
cup?
wearing. Make the
Wait, what
hat
cup?
the mug. The mug.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Make the mug wear the Kirby hat.
Oh,
Oh,
this
my
is
goodness.
perfect. There we go.
Am I lagging? I've been
A little
cut
bit.
out of it. I'm lagging.
The service, I'm getting a little bit too.
Is that me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, think of everyone. Oh,
Is that me?
Hello.
you hear me?
Hello?
You guys hear me?
Oh, I
What?
can't see anyone or hear anyone. Well, no, I can hear everyone. Wait, okay, Noah's back for me.
I'm back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened right there.
That
Can
was
you guys
weird.
hear me?
So that was on
I think
everyone's
that
end?
was that
I
was
think that
server
was-
side. I think.
Was that server?
I think so because like
My
if we
internet
all
ain't the
have
shit. Wait, I have Ethernet though. I was gonna say my Wi-Fi didn't cut out because I have Ethernet.
Ethernet.
ether, not aether
Oh,
like Ike from
Aether.
Fire Emblem.
Either. It's
Aether.
either.
No, ether.
Yeah.
Either.
Bro, you sound like Ike when he does his up special. He goes like ether.
Either. Either. I sound like a retarded Pokemon.
Wow.
Pokemon Go.
Well, you can't stop there, man. You can't stop there. You have to keep talking. You're
I
like,
didn't
hey
know what
guys,
else to
I saw a
say."
retarded Pokemon.
Uh,
What is
Either.
it?
Either. But
Pokemon.
favorite Pokemon games, go.
Diamond. It's my first game
I-
ever.
Plat.
My first Pokemon game was actually Pokemon Coliseum on the GameCube.
So you didn't even play like a generic Pokemon game first. You played like a fighting Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So that
Which I had fun with it. It was pretty fun. I did play. Oh, what was it? Soul. One of those on an emulator.
Is that the one that
Nah,
was
you
you
didn't
could go
pay
to
for
2
it,
separate
bro.
regions?
No, I didn't pay for it. I was freaking 4, bro. I was like 4 or 5.
But is that the
Played
one
it
that
on,
you can
like,
go to 2 separate regions? Like you get like 16 badges in total, right?
Bro, I didn't complete the game. I
Okay.
just said I played it. I
Fair
just
enough,
remember
fair
like
enough.
yeah. It was I would never get past the first part. I was too dumb. And there was like no saves, like you couldn't save in it, so you had to restart every time.
Oh, since it was an emulator, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
That
this
makes
was like
sense.
before emulators got fancy with like save states and everything. So yeah.
Mm.
So I think my first like actual Pokemon experience, like playing through a game, was actually a couple years ago. It was, oh my gosh, I'm having an aneurysm. What's the one with Giratina? Platinum,
yeah.
right? Yeah, okay.
That's-
it is
that's
Platinum.
my favorite
so
one, yeah.
I played Platinum, which was I had pretty much. It was pretty fun. It was a good time.
That's probably one of the better games in my opinion. That's like one of the last like good games because Black and White was kind of meh.
Yeah, Black and White was meh.
They ran out of ideas for Pokemon after Pearl and Platinum and Diamond, I think.
Bro, you trying to tell me you don't like Garbodor, bro? The trash
Guaranteed
Pokemon?
it, bro.
Bro,
What are you
that's
talking
literally
about?
just me.
No,
I'm
no,
literally
Garbodor.
Yeah,
like the
Garbodor.
little, or like, yeah. Look up Garbodor. What is the other one? Trubbish.
Oh,
I think?
Trubbish. Trubbish is the first one, and then he evolves into
Yeah.
Garbodor.
It's literally a pile of trash, and the first one is literally a trash bag
It's literally just.
with a face. With a face.
first
I don't
I
know
thought
how
it
that
was-
one works.
What's the one? Rotom. I thought it was like a variation of like a Rotom that took over.
Oh
after,
yeah, like
but
Rotom Wash, Rotom Freeze, Rotom
Yeah.
Heat, or whatever.
Rotom
it is.
trash bag.
Rotom trash bag.
What?
What is that? What is that? No. What? Bro, put on sunglasses. Do you have sunglasses? Do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
sunglasses?
Oh my god, I think. Oh
Go
Jesus.
put on some. Go put on some sunglasses.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh shit, where are they? I
you're
don't think I
killing
got
Noah.
any.
You're killing Noah. Oh, bro. Now you gotta put on like a white tank top, have a handlebar mustache, and say "sport" to every like little kid you meet.
Oh, dude. Bruh.
Oh,
You look like what's that guy? Steve from Stranger Things if he had longer hair.
God. Yeah.
That's
oh no, that is
that's a
sad.
rough one. Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, you weren't ready for the mullet?
No.
No?
I wasn't ready for
Yeah,
any of it.
I've only seen you with short hair ever. That's
Oh boy.
oh god.
I could get like a man bun going or something.
You gotta give us the side turn. Put it in a bun and give us like turn your head. Oh fuck yeah,
Am I
Ryan.
hearing birds?
What?
The fuck is that sound?
Birds?
Ron, are you good?
Ron, are you okay?
With the
I
molt
can't
comes the
tell
method.
if I think
Is it like audio artifacts
no,
or
it's
something?
at the apartment.
You got
I
birds.
think- Ron, when you put on the mullet, you gained a meth addiction.
I gained a what?
A meth addiction.
Yeah, I did.
Is it-
Yeah.
Ron's like, where are all these damn birds?
Fuck.
Get birds in my fucking house.
I got birds in my teeth. I got birds in my teeth.
There's like a
Oh,
weird
that's so
sound though.
dumb.
It sounds like someone's like opening and closing a screen door over and over.
Ron,
Fuck is that sound?
Oh, let me
Ron.
mute my microphone. See if
It's
my
not.
end.
No, I know it's not you guys. I can hear it when I take off the headphones.
he knows it's not
Oh.
us. I think it's
Well,
meth.
then,
I'm gonna check to see if there's any meth heads. I'll be
oh,
right
bro,
back.
I swear I got birds in my teeth. I don't know why that's.
Oh,
He's
God.
like, am I hearing birds? It's just so weird because we're just casual observers to God knows what. So, do we have any bets? Do we want to place any bets on what we're?
I don't
hearing
think he's
here?
gonna come back.
You think
gonna
he's just gonna
probably
get
be
shot?
So no, someone else is gonna be wearing the mullet, and they're just gonna continue on like. No, it's gonna be like his wife is gonna walk in with like the mullet on and start talking
With the mullet
in
on.
his place.
It's like, hey guys, I'm back.
Ron here, I'm back.
Hi guys. Oh, you know what that reminds me of? What does he say? He goes like, what does he say? He says like, "Hey y'all, Zuko here." When like he first when he first joins the team, and he goes like, "No, that's stupid."
Oh, that was a good stuff.
Hey guys, Zuko here. Bro, I need to
Is
rewatch that crap again.
Is that not the best redemption arc of?
Oh,
What?
I figured it
What is it?
out. So the
Okay.
person
What?
below me moved out, right?
Yeah.
What they're doing is, I think that's like apartment maintenance or someone painting the ceiling. So the squeaking I'm hearing is the roll.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Fuck, that's
Okay.
wild.
Huh, that's
That's
weird.
wild.
because I couldn't tell the direction, but it's got to be
Go
below.
get an interview.
So are there
with
birds in your walls, Ron?
No.
Is that what you're thinking?
No,
There's
Birds
birds
in
in my
his teeth.
fucking walls.
the
The
birds.
next step, you're gonna start punching your walls, trying to get the birds out of them.
Just putting like huge fist-sized holes in his wall. He's like, "Hold on, I gotta find the birds."
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
so
what's happening.
dumb.
Oh god, I just heard it. I just heard it. I
Did
heard
you?
it. Yeah.
Hold on. Here. Shh. Let me turn up my my volume.
Turn Ron up.
He's not doing anything right now. He stopped.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Tragedy. Tragedy.
This is so sad, Alexa.
Alexa, play Despacito.
Alexa, play Attack of the Birds.
Alexa, play Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Bro, I still need to finish that. I started season 4 or final season, whatever they're calling it. I
Oh,
need to
there's a new
finish it.
episode out, I think. I have to see that.
Oh, is there? Oh, it's still it's ongoing. I didn't realize it was ongoing. I thought
It
they had
hasn't finished yet. It's
finished.
the final season, but it hasn't finished. Or what's today?
Okay.
Saturday? No.
No, it's Thursday.
There's a new
How'd you
episode
get
every
Saturday?
Sunday. I don't know. My brain is
Wait,
non-functioning.
wait, Ron. You're like, I think there's a new episode. What's today? Saturday? And then you're like, I'm like, no, it's Thursday. You're like, okay, because they come out every Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you thought it was Saturday, why would you?
We're all over the place.
Dude,
there,
this
Ron.
squeaking is gonna drive me insane.
That's what's happening. The birds, bro. It's the birds.
The birds. It's just the birds.
They're driving
should
around
turn up
crazy.
My gain.
I don't think that would
Dude.
do anything wrong. I think that would just make you louder. In the
You might hear it in the recording actually, because there's no like limit for.
I'm pretty sure I did hear a little squeak.
Yeah,
I think
I
I
don't
knew
know.
what you were talking about. If I find it when I'm editing this, I'll just make it bass boot so we can.
Yeah.
It'll just be a. And then we'll just not even notice it because like we think it's a squeak. Gang,
This is
gang.
true.
It's a gang, gang.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that
say
works.
something and then I forgot.
Those
Oh,
damn
well-
birds.
While you were gone, we were talking about Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender for a second, and I just want to say that I think that's the best character redemption arc of all time. And
Well,
that's
they
all I
just-
got to say.
That show was just masterfully done.
Yeah.
Like in general.
No, it wasn't.
For a
unbelievable.
kids show, that was like the best show ever. Like, imagine if that was like made for like an adult show. Like they could actually be like a little bit more like violent. Like it'd be like, that'd be a great show.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did good with what they could do. You know.
Oh yeah, no, they did great. Like for a kids show, teaching like kids those valuable lessons of like, I don't know, like you don't have to like kill somebody to like win like a war or whatever. You don't have to like. It was a lot of like good lessons about like selflessness and about like caring for others and like.
Oh no,
not
yeah,
caring
for real.
Yeah, it was a great show for kids. That's
Yeah.
and just showing that like not every bad guy is a bad guy forever. Having Zuko
Yeah.
transfer over to the good, like
Well, even showing like characters making mistakes, like the whole Katara wanting revenge arc was pretty good.
yeah,
For her
they kill
mom.
that guy that killed
Spoilers,
her mom.
bro. Just kidding.
Bro, who hasn't seen him, bro?
This went out for like literally decades.
Bro, let Kirby get a hit, bro. Let Kirby get a hit. No, wait, what's that inhale sound that Kirby makes? Someone added in the Kirby inhale noise.
I will. I got you.
Oh my gosh. That
Oh,
was
that's
so
good.
bad. So dumb.
Wait, parts of that is coming off. You can see through it.
Was that
Oh, it's the chroma key. That's cool, bro. That
Bro,
hold
you
that
look
back
like-
up real quick. Turn it. You guys have seen Chowder, right? Is that not like
Yeah.
a Chowder background?
It kind of has the chowder vibe.
The Chowder
crazy?
effect.
The fuck was that sound?
It's the birds, Ron. God damn
It's the
it.
birds, Ron.
God.
Wait, Ron.
Wait,
when
where'd
did
your
you take
mullet
off
go?
the hair? I was gonna say, where did you take the
Oh,
hair
I
off?
shaved it.
Fuck, that was quick.
I actually
Where's
didn't
the-
even notice you take that off. When did you
I
take
just
it
noticed too. Yeah.
Like a minute ago.
Bro, I'm a wizard. How long have we been going? Oh, we've been going for almost an hour.
An
and a half.
hour and 10.
Hour 9. Oh, I guess before we end this, then I kind of want to talk about those two movies I was talking about.
Oh
If we-
yeah. Before we start looking at old people and like double nostrils and everything.
Yeah. Before before we're looking at David Attenborough. Oh fuck. So, in between us recording these two podcasts, or the last episode and this episode, I got to watch two movies. And these, like, I've seen the first one before, but the second one I hadn't seen before. And both of these movies had like kind of like an impact on me a little bit. It's like good movies always like leave a lasting impact on people. So, the first movie I want to talk about is War Dogs. If you've ever heard of this, like me and Jordan talked about this in the pre-show. But Ron, have you heard of the movie War Dogs? It
No.
has Jonah Hill and Miles Teller in it. Go ahead and like pull up like a poster of it or whatever, just so like the people know what we're talking. But it came out in like 2014 or 15, maybe 16.
2016.
Yeah. And it's a movie about like these guys. They're just like 20 somethings that like are gun runners, and they run guns for the American government.
And you said this was based off a true story, yeah?
Yeah, so the guy Miles Teller and his friend Jonah Hill are like partners in crime, and they worked for they found a company called AEY, and it doesn't mean anything at all actually. It just is like an acronym. But these guys, they're called war dogs, and the war dog definition is like you go onto like the government website of what the government needs for like weaponry, because it's a public record thing, and you can make deals with the government to sell these weapons to them or to, like other countries, that kind of stuff. Like you're like the middleman for the government essentially, and
Oh,
these
that's
guys
crazy.
pick up like the crumbs that drop from like just like little deals for like the government, but for us it's like $700,000 for like 100,000 Berettas or something.
Yeah.
And these guys had like their first big deal. They had to drive across what is known as the Triangle of Death, I believe.
In Iraq?
Yes, in Iraq, and this is during the Iraq War in 2005 or six. And but these guys are like the reason that it had such impact on me is because like the guy Miles Teller, he's anti-war. He's a hippie. He's like a druggie. He does like acid and weed and shit. And his wife's also a hippie. And they're anti-gun completely, and they're anti-war. But they do this for the money strictly, and it shows like the true side of America, I believe. Like how like America is not really about like it doesn't care about your views. It's more about like the money. Like everyone's just a number in society at
Bro,
this
I
point,
didn't
I'd
need to
say.
see that.
Yeah, yeah. He's a massage therapist before he becomes a gun runner, but that's pretty much it. And it just had like an impact on me and thinking like it. I don't think like even if you're anti-war, you could be involved in the war and like not have a moral problem with it, because like these guys are just selling guns. They're not seeing the people dying. They're not pulling the trigger, and that's why I think it's so like insane to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear you guys'
So, like,
thoughts.
for me, it's like, I feel like that's a hard spin logically. It's like saying, like, for me, it's like saying, okay, I'm not a huge fan of drug use or whatever. Like me personally in real life, like I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke anything.
You're very
Um,
straight edge, yeah.
Yeah, and not because like I'm trying to prove a moral point or something. It's just because it's just not something I'm interested in. But
James,
like, if I became a dealer, I think that would have moral and logical what do you call that? Discrepancies, or like, what is it called? What's the term? Like a paradox almost.
I know what you mean. It's like you're not doing the drugs, but you're selling the drugs
Right. So it's
to
like,
people that do the drugs.
right. So like, I think that kind of gets into that, where like you don't necessarily directly support, but by indirectly supporting it, I think there's a moral quandrum there.
Yeah, it's a very like it's a conundrum. It's like, are you really like supporting the war because you are selling guns to people warring?
Yeah.
Like if you're, let's say like somebody sells me weed, they're supporting my problem, or like my like they're supporting like they're fueling my like thing that I do, like whatever that may be. That could just be like giving you chocolate bars, you know, but like instead it's like giving guns to the military to shoot other militaries type thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was
also, yeah, no, so like that's kind of like where, just kind of basing on what you're saying, that's where it kind of gets confusing for me. Kind of like it's legal to do a private gun sale, right? And most gun owners are law-abiding citizens, and most gun owners wouldn't sell to someone who they believe is a criminal or who is going to commit a crime. But like, if you would, like, if you claim to be a law-abiding citizen and you think someone's going to commit a crime, it'd be like selling them a gun and going like, well, I'm not committing a crime because this is all perfectly legal. But like, the implications of it morally, not just legally, can be like a gray area.
I think that's how they were morally standing in the movie. Well, the one guy, the Jonah Hill character, didn't give a fuck. But I'm more focusing on the other guy that was more anti-war, because him and his wife were both like anti-war. And I think that's interesting because he was like morally, I don't think it's an issue. And I wanted to see what you guys thought about that, because like I don't personally think I'd have an issue with doing that either. Like I personally, like, I'm kind of anti-war a little bit. Like I don't want us to be at war. Like I don't think anyone should be fighting. But like, if you're making $750,000 by making a couple phone calls and delivering a package, like, honestly, like that's the dream job, man. But like, as long as you don't know what's happening after you sell those guns to those people, I don't know. That's
I don't
what
know.
I was thinking.
I don't think I would do that sort of thing. Just because, I mean, first of all, the kind of work that you're doing, at least for me, wouldn't be fulfilling in the sense that I'm creating something or I'm doing something I enjoy doing, which is what I want more than, let's say, a whole lot of money. And then
Yeah.
also, even though you're making a whole lot of money, you're still fueling conflicts, and whether or not you know where the guns are going, it's not like you're selling them to just like a group of church people in Minnesota who just want to self-defense, hunting, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
where it's going to go and that people are going to, die, whatever. And that even applies to like government contractors. Just like, I don't know. I
But in
wouldn't
the
ever
sense
want
of
to put
like,
myself in that position, even if it made me a whole bunch of money and I was just none the wiser of where the
Well,
guns
like
are
also
going.
there's like I feel like there's a certain risk involved in that, you know. And like I want to have a family and start a family. So like if I was endangering my family, I would feel horrible. And if something happened to one of my family members or even a friend or something because of my line of work, I would like feel like insurmountable just guilt and like
and
Yeah.
if you
it
if
would
you,
just
if you
sit on
think
your
about it a little
conscience
bit
because you
deeper
would feel
too,
responsible.
even if you don't have a family and you're doing this, if you look at it on a deeper level, you're sending these guns that could be potentially breaking apart other families and other people's like livelihood and livelihood and destroying their
Right.
lives as well. So like there's like a huge moral ground here of like you're just fueling war, but like at the same time you're making an honest living. I mean,
See, I think that's like the weird part is that the characters seem to think they have a moral high ground just because they are not
no, they
involved.
don't think they have moral high ground. They know that they're shitty people, but they're morally doing it because they want money.
Ah,
That's the moral
I
stand
see.
ground.
So
Is
greed.
the,
Yeah.
the term war dogs it's supposed to be a derogatory term. They actually go over it in the movie, but these two characters love the term. Like they call themselves war dogs because like it's meant to be like the scummy people that pick up the crumbs of like the like government droppings. You know, like they're like the people that are picking up the big like scores that no one else can pick up and like or like the scores that no one else wants because they're kind of shitty because they literally have to drive across like the worst road in the world just to deliver some fucking guns. Like, is it the bird drop?
Yeah. Yeah. The birds.
But yeah, I just
Oh, the
wanted to see like what
birds.
you guys thought about like the morality of that situation and like because I think it's a very interesting concept of like if you're making money, is it like how would you feel? Like, I feel like I'd be more comfortable doing Culvers for the rest of my life than gun running.
Yeah.
Like how they're just because like
That
that's an
makes
honest
sense.
wage. You're not like hurting people. You're actually feeding people technically, even though they're eating shit. But like still, they're eating something. I don't know. Like you're actually doing something rather than killing people.
Yeah. It's kind of what I was saying, where I would just rather be enjoying
Like
what I do.
I think if I had the opportunity, maybe I'd think about it. I don't know. It's like a weird moral thing. Like I'd have to put like I don't actually have the opportunity in front of me. Like I couldn't make that decision now because like I haven't seen the money that I'd be making. Like who knows how I'd react when I see how many zeros are lined up after that one. You know,
Yeah.
it's it's a weird mentality.
No, yeah, it's definitely like, yeah, especially in the context of like how often do you have to do it? Like if you had to do one morally gray thing and then you were set for like half your life, that's a hard question. And it's easy to say, "Oh, I would never," or, I wouldn't. But before you're actually in the situation, you don't know for sure.
It's
What I
Right.
mean?
definitely easier to say you're only gonna do one score than leave. It's like a bank robber. You feel the
Especially
rush
because
of the bank
yeah,
robber. You
you
feel the
don't
rush
you
of
don't know
getting
of
that money.
like what like context like where your life will be, what's the situation around you, your circumstances. Like if I had a daughter and she was dying of cancer and I had like 3 months to make as much money as possible, I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would.
People resort to crazy things when crazy things are happening
Yeah.
in their lives. Like you don't know how you're gonna react 5 years from now if you have like who knows what your life's gonna be, and you don't know how
Yeah.
it's gonna like yeah. Bless you.
I was young, but thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Whew.
Mm.
So do
But
you
yeah,
wanna call
that's
it there? I think kind of wrap it up there.
We're at an hour 20.
we could push it over to that hour 30, unless you want to call it there.
I don't really care. It's up to you two.
I'm good with
I mean, I
whatever.
could talk about the other movie I saw. Like, I just wanted to talk about like
What was that one called?
Oh yeah,
It's called
Yeah.
Midsummer. So it's it came out in 2019.
Same idea.
No, it's
Okay.
it's got to do with mental disorders a little bit. It's a very like ambiguous movie, but this is just my interpretation of it, and I guess I can get into explaining it. It's a very interesting movie, but it's a thriller slash horror film. That it's like a B movie, I think. It deals with a group of Americans that know a Swedish kid that's like also like going to the same college that they go to. And this one guy wants to write his thesis on like this guy's like commune that he's from, and this guy's from Sweden, I believe, and he lives in like a commune that's this like you later find out it's a cult essentially, and but like they all go on on this trip so this guy can write his thesis on their commune, and there's this couple right here that's on screen. The girl is the main star of the movie. The guy is a shitty boyfriend, and the girl's family just died in an accident. Her parents were killed by her sister, who killed herself, and she pumped CO2 from their car throughout the house and killed them, and they died and everything.
Messed up.
So it's a fucked up scene. It's a very graphic movie. Well, it's not super graphic actually. It's not like gory. It's just like it's like B movie gory, if that makes sense. And he's
No,
the
that makes
Swedish
sense. I know
guy
what you mean.
on screen right now. And so it deals with her mental disorder a lot. She has like anxiety a lot, like a lot of panic attacks, and it kind of delves into her psyche a bit. And literally, as soon as they get to this commune, they stuff down mushrooms, like psychedelic mushrooms, into their face holes. Like they're just tripping balls. And if you
Oh,
know about
Jesus.
psychedelics, you do not want to take psychedelics when you're in a bad mindset, because
Yeah.
those can bring out emotions that will make you feel very like you can have a fucked up 10 years after an acid trip that's bad. And right here, that when they were sitting by that tree
I
in
think
that
I
trailer,
saw an ad or I think I've seen this trailer.
yeah, and basically like she has like a bad trip, and it fucks up her mental state for the rest of like the time there. And she's also dealing with a kind of shitty boyfriend who wants to break up with her and ends up actually cheating on her on this trip with some other like fucking underage girl, actually. And those glasses they're drinking are also psychedelics as well. They're just tripping balls the entire time they're here. So she's having a bad time, and she eventually like has her boyfriend killed. Like everyone dies, except for the girl and like the commune, like the group of Americans that go all die. But she becomes what's called the May Queen, and she has her boyfriend sacrificed. And as you can see with like those visuals, there's very very psychedelic visuals, and it deals with mental health a lot. And it's just like, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to like say that it fucked me up when I watched it, because it deals with like psychedelic visuals, and it deals with like a mental state of like,
And cults.
yeah, and it deals with
Very
cults, and
culty. Very
it's
weird.
very cult. It's very like
So
weird,
Noah's in
yeah.
a cult?
Yeah, I actually joined them. I went to Sweden over the weekend, joined the cult, sacrificed a few people, did a lot of mushrooms. Yeah, had a good weekend.
All
I'm
of
actually
the
starring in
mushrooms.
that movie, the sequel, called Midsummer 2, Midstoned.
The funny thing is when I googled Midsummer, the first thing was, why is Midsummer so bad?
Really? I don't
Yeah.
know. I kind of liked the movie. It's a very ambiguous movie. It makes you think a lot more. There's
Yeah.
it's just very like all these fuckers are on drugs. So like they have a cult, of course. Like of course they have a cult because they take mushrooms all the time. Like I'm sure if I took mushrooms every day of my life, I'd think that I was gonna I'd sacrifice a kid or something. I don't know. Like that's what drugs do. And it's like what I wanted to like kind of talk about is like cults, I guess, a little bit. And like I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like cults have like this mentality to me of like, I guess I think like America or like Christianity as a big cult. And I don't want to I don't want to say that in an offensive way. It's just like cults are just like things that like I don't know, they make like it's like a group of people that follow the same thing very religiously and very like their entire lives are put at stake with this. And like I don't know, it kind of paralleled me a little bit with like how scary Christianity is to me at least. Or like other like big mainstream religions. And I just wanted to see what you guys thought of.
I definitely think it can get scary as far as like I think for the most part religion is fine, as long as you don't lose your identity as like an individual. Like you should always be double checking things you're told and making sure things you're being told are accurate.
Yeah, I wouldn't
like when
say
you don't, you
whole...
get into like extremist territory with like jihad or like some of the crazy like KKK
or Westboro
stuff
Baptist Church.
Yeah,
but beyond that though,
Baptist
if it gives you a good moral standing and something to actually base your life on to help other people and just to be good, then that's not a problem.
I wouldn't say as a whole that religion is a bad thing at all. Like I can't say that. Like that's like because like people use that as a moral code and a moral driving. I'm more thinking like the mainstream extreme. Like okay, look at these mega churches that are like on TV and make millions of dollars because this one guy is like preaching. Like I think that's a little bit scummy to me.
Well, but, like, it is, but also that's not a majority of like even Christianity.
Well, right. That's
or even like Islam.
I think that's a good example of the loud
like what I'm saying
minority.
is that it reminds me of like a cult. It reminds me like these like it's not even like a big group of people, but like these mega churches are kind of bigger. But like I'm thinking like 50 to 70 people, 50 to 100 people like that worship the same like essentially person, because this priest is like they're not really worshiping God at this point. They're worshiping this priest that is preaching this stuff.
Well, those are called like pastors or whatever they're called.
I don't know. I'm not really religious, so I don't know like the terms that much. But like I'm just thinking like or like the Westboro Baptist Church where they preach that all like soldiers go to hell or all like gay people are deserve to die and that kind of shit. Like I don't know. Like that kind of stuff.
No, yeah, that's definitely that definitely falls under the extremes that I think we're talking about. It's like, as long as you
to stay away
from
double
checking stuff. Yeah.
And like,
hey boys, I might have just secured a GPU. Possibly.
Okay, good shit. Gang.
When do y'all have to work?
I work at 4.
I don't work.
Oh no. All of a sudden, does someone want to drive down with me to Troy?
I could call in.
Fuck it, call in.
Call in.
Do it on the podcast, John. Do it on the podcast.
Do it on the.
What am I gonna say?
Hey,
I never
call sick.
Ron, do what I do and just say you can't come in, and just hang up the phone.
Well, it is.
You don't have to give a reason. A reason is not illegal.
2 hours prior to, so that's plenty of time to ask.
Get the ship covered.
Yeah.
Exactly. They'll be fine.
But here's my dilemma, right? So I got to deal with the person at work who I had to deal with all day yesterday on Saturday, and I was thinking about doing that on Saturday because that can be someone else's problem at some point if no one knows what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
And I just don't want to deal with it.
But if you call on Saturday, I might cry because I work Saturday and I have to deal with that person as well alone. But if you call in now, you can spend time with your friends.
True.
And not that person.
And then we can and then I can hang out at your house till it's time to go. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Rod's really thinking about it.
He's tempted.
We should just drive over to his house and just not let him go to work.
It's like, hey Ron, I'm here to kidnap you.
I'm sorry to the listeners. I'm thinking right now.
Ron's got like the heaviest thinking face of all time right now.
Bro.
No, you should have seen me yesterday when I just have to keep on saying, I understand.
Oh my god.
Dude, I was talking to another coworker about talking to one said specific coworker who's extremely annoying. And he was telling me like, yeah, I could see you through the window into kitchen. You weren't there. It was depressing to watch, cause
you were struggling last night mentally.
Yeah.
I could tell. You were Ron was like, okay, Ron was running the kitchen last night, which is like what he normally does. Like, it's either like me, him, or another couple of people that like will run the kitchen. And he was in charge of kitchen last night. So he had this really annoying guy that kept fucking walking up to him. And he kind of talks a lot.
Too
He can't
much.
help it. There's like issues with him where he can't help that he talks
Yeah.
a lot. And so he'll ask the same question over and over again with like just like a slightly different wording. Just because he doubts himself a lot and he doubts what anyone else will say to him. So like you can say the same thing over and over again and he'll be like,
And you
"Are
know,
you sure?"
for like context, I am okay talking to people. It's my job to kind of make sure everyone's on the same footing and understanding and fix problems. I get that. But sometimes it's like, I don't know, it's just, I've said all I can say. I can't say anything else. And I'm just so mentally drained from just the amount of just thinking and talking. And I couldn't even focus on work really because,
And this conversation usually lasts throughout like the course of like the time that he gets in until he leaves.
yeah.
So like a course of like 4 to 6 hours of him just talking.
Yeah, it was kind of overbearing. And then when it came
Yeah.
time to leave, I don't even want to go into the details on how crazy the closing was, just because, like,
He came back up
we'll
to
put
the
it this
window.
way. Yeah, okay. So,
He came to
said
the drive-thru
coworker,
window.
we won't say names, whatever, he had left, and then this guy decided that he still had something to say to me. So, okay. But he had already gone out of the store, and the doors were locked,
From my
and
perspective, I saw
Noah
this
walked
happening
up
too.
front and saw the man at the drive window tapping.
He moved his car around to like
What
next
the
to where the
heck?
drive-through window would be, and he comes up to the window and starts knocking, and I duck and I run. So hopefully he wouldn't see me, and I start screaming. I just start screaming at the top of my lungs, and
And
he comes inside and he's like, "So why were you screaming?" And I'm like, "I wasn't." I don't know what you're talking about, but like the doors
it
are
was the
locked.
music
He's
we were
tapping
listening
at the
to.
window.
Oh,
Like-
that sus.
Oh, it was so scary.
And
Cause,
you know, like, I feel bad for him, but like, I don't know. We had said goodbye. We had talked about everything. We had settled the issue, and we understood what was happening and what we were all saying. At least I
Don't get us
thought.
wrong.
And
He is a good guy. He's a
yeah.
good guy. He just has like mental issues.
And that's
And-
probably as much detail as I want to go into
Yeah, I
about
don't want to
last
go
night.
into detail about that. Yeah,
But just like just imagine, just throw
We
your
were
own
stressed.
details into that
we were stressed.
and kind of get a feeling for how
At one
tired I
point,
was last
we
night.
did literally. We hid Ron at one point too. Do you remember that when you hid in the back room
Yeah,
behind the buns and we like I T-posed in front of you so like
I
no
just
one could
needed a
get by?
mental break.
That was a.
And then eventually I was
actually.
like, okay, I'm ready to keep on talking again. But yeah, I don't know. That last night was just crazy at work, and ugh. So we are at an hour 34. I will figure
Damn.
out if I will go to Troy with you or not. Is it Micro Center, Jordan?
No, it's meeting a dude.
Just a
Oh.
dude.
Just a dude.
I'll have to see if I can go for sure too. I don't know if I can, but
Alrighty.
we'll see.
All right.
We'll talk this over. Maybe we'll have a story next podcast about getting
We will
Get
see.
jumped
by
by.
a random guy.
It's okay.
So,
No, honestly, he's
different
asking to meet at a
podcast.
police station, so I'm sure he's more scared about
Oh,
selling a card at like twice the.
have you sent him a
Yeah.
video? You should send him your Twitch and be like, "Hey, I'm just a nice guy. I got a Kirby hat."
No, I get it. I told him, I said
Yeah.
I'll probably bring a friend just so you're aware. Just know that I'm not trying to jump you. It's just because the ride is
Long.
yeah.
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's in front of a police station, I probably shouldn't go. I have warrants for my arrest in 35 different countries.
Yeah, I figured.
We were trying to turn you in and get the money.
Fuck, I knew it. You guys are always trying to turn me in, man.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time. I got arrested in Guatemala 17 years ago. These fuckers came, like, these guys have been working with the cops for years. I'm just a fugitive. It's just a back and forth cat and
We've
mouse
just been
game.
trying to keep him. We've been trying to keep him like undercover, but the cops are just paying us more. So like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't actually my
Okay,
face.
man.
I use another person's skin over my face. I'm actually a murderer. This is why they've been
Like
trying
a
to catch me.
lizard? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been killing people since I was 8.
Well, now that we've thoroughly gone through Noah's backstory, we should probably call it a wrap for this podcast.
True.
Yes.
I know we don't plug a whole lot of stuff when it ends, assuming we still have listeners by the time it ends. So if you hear this, like, I don't know, leave a review or something on any one of the podcast platforms if you found this,
We also
because that
have
kind of stuff does help.
Twitches. All
Say
three of
again?
us have Twitch.
Yep.
We all three have Twitches.
No, what's your Twitch?
I fucking don't know. I'll put it in the description.
It's Noka525, I'm pretty sure. Right?
How do you know it, but Noah doesn't know his own Twitch?
I'm gonna put it in the description because I can't remember.
Yeah. All right, and Jordan's
we can
Twitch
just
is
do
Cup
that
of
too.
Joe Bro, and my Twitch is Anything Goes Media.
Wow, you sound
So,
like
yeah.
a corporation.
Well, someone took Anything
Well, he is
Goes,
a corporation.
and I don't know who they are because they're not using it, but I can't have it.
I don't know
So
who you are, but I'm gonna find you.
I'll
I'm gonna
find
kill you.
Yeah.
Or you could just message him and be like, "Hey, I'll give you like $20 if you."
I've
drop
done
the
that
name."
before, and they never respond because they're all old people or like just they never get on it. How would they know?
Yeah.
So I'll wait for
Yeah.
like half a year
Fair
for them
enough.
to even see it, and then they'll be like, "Well, he messaged me a half a year ago, so I'm not gonna get money." Whatever. Thank you for
It's just a
watching
common
or
Alright.
listening.
theme.
It's been
Thank you guys for
fun.
watching. It's been fun.
See you later. Sayonara.
Say goodbye to my Kirby hat. Bye.
Eat.